Imagine a world where your thoughts shape your reality, where every desire, dream, and vision can materialize simply by aligning your mind with the universe's infinite possibilities. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne reveals a timeless truth, one that has been whispered through the ages, hidden in ancient texts and practiced by history's greatest thinkers. This is the law of attraction, a force as powerful as gravity, silently working in the background of your life. What if you could attract wealth, health, and love with the power of your mind? What if the key to happiness was not in circumstances, but in your own thoughts? Byrne takes us on a journey to unlock this hidden potential, showing that the universe responds not to chance but to our deepest beliefs. This book is more than words, it's an awakening, a revelation that your life is yours to create, starting with a single thought. Chapter 1: The Secret Revealed. The world operates according to powerful unseen forces, and one of the most important of these is a universal law that governs every aspect of life. This law is constantly at work, shaping the experiences, relationships, financial circumstances, and health of every person, whether they are aware of it or not. It responds directly to thoughts and emotions, bringing into reality whatever is most dominant in the mind. Those who understand this principle and learn to use it correctly can transform their lives in extraordinary ways, achieving success, happiness, and fulfillment. Everything in existence is made of energy, including thoughts. When a thought is formed, it carries a specific frequency that travels into the universe. This energy attracts other energies that are similar to it, pulling them toward the person who generated the thought. In this way, thoughts act as magnets, drawing in people, events, and circumstances that match their frequency. A person who constantly thinks about abundance, joy, and success will naturally attract experiences that align with those thoughts. However, someone who frequently worries, complains, or focuses on lack will unknowingly bring more difficulties and negativity into their life. This force does not distinguish between positive and negative, it simply responds to what is given attention. If a person repeatedly thinks, "I don't want to be sick," the focus is still on illness, and the energy of that thought will attract more sickness. If someone constantly says, "I don't have enough money," the dominant focus remains on lack, and financial struggles will persist. The mind does not process negation, it only understands the main subject of the thought. To change one's reality, it is necessary to shift focus entirely to what is desired rather than what is unwanted. Instead of thinking about illness, one should concentrate on health instead of worrying about money problems. It is more beneficial to think, "I have more than enough wealth." This shift in thought directs energy toward positive outcomes, which then begin to manifest in reality. This principle has been known and used by some of the most successful and influential individuals throughout history. Great leaders, philosophers, inventors, and entrepreneurs understood that their thoughts shaped their world. They visualized success long before it happened, believed in their abilities, and maintained unwavering faith in their goals. Their achievements were not due to luck or random chance, but rather to their ability to focus on what they wanted and expected to happen. This is why many of them seemed to defy limitations, because they never allowed doubt or fear to take hold. Most people, however, live their lives unaware of this principle. They react to circumstances instead of realizing that they have the power to shape them. If something bad happens, they feel frustrated, which leads to more negative thoughts, which then attract more undesirable situations. This cycle continues because they do not recognize that their past thoughts created their present reality. Once this understanding is gained, it becomes clear that future circumstances can be controlled. By choosing thoughts carefully to fully take control of life, it is essential to become aware of thoughts and emotions at all times. Every single thought is contributing to the creation of future experiences. By monitoring and adjusting thoughts, a person can ensure that only the most positive and beneficial realities are attracted. When a negative thought arises, it should not be resisted or feared. Instead, attention should be gently shifted to a more uplifting idea. The goal is not to fight negativity, but to replace it with something better. Emotions play a crucial role in this process. Thoughts alone are not enough, they must be backed by strong feelings. Emotions act as an internal compass showing whether thoughts are in alignment with the desired outcome. When a thought brings joy, excitement, or peace, it is a sign that it is leading toward success. If a thought creates fear, anxiety, or sadness, it indicates that focus is being placed on something that will not bring happiness. The key is to always choose thoughts that generate positive emotions, as these emotions amplify the power of attraction. Many people believe that their happiness depends on external circumstances, but in reality, happiness must first be created within. External conditions are simply reflections of internal states. If a person cultivates joy, gratitude, and positivity, their outer world will begin to reflect those emotions. This is why it is so important to engage in activities that bring happiness, whether it be listening to music, spending time with loved ones, or enjoying nature. The more happiness is generated, the more good things are drawn into life. Another critical factor in using this principle effectively is the removal of doubt. When someone desires something but secretly believes it is impossible, they create a conflict in their energy. Doubt weakens the ability to attract what is wanted. It acts as a block, preventing the universe from delivering the desired outcome. Instead of questioning whether something will happen, it is far more powerful to trust completely. The moment doubt is removed, the process accelerates and everything begins to fall in a place effortlessly. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for attracting abundance. Expressing gratitude for what is already present sends out a signal that more things to be grateful for should come, even in difficult situations. There's always something to appreciate. When gratitude becomes a daily practice, the entire energy of a person shifts toward abundance. Those who make it a habit to recognize the good in their lives will find that their blessings continue to multiply. One mistake that many people make is becoming too attached to their desires. When someone desperately wants something, their focus is often on the absence of it rather than its presence. This creates resistance, slowing down the process of attraction. The best approach is to have a clear vision of the desired outcome, feel the excitement of already having it, and then release any sense of need or urgency, trusting that it will arrive at the right time allows it to manifest with ease. Negative thoughts will always arise from time to time, but it is not necessary to fight them. Instead, attention should be shifted to something positive as quickly as possible. This can be done by recalling happy memories, listening to uplifting music, or engaging in enjoyable activities. The more often this practice is repeated, the easier it becomes to maintain a consistently positive mindset. People often wonder how long it takes for changes to appear. The answer depends on how strongly someone believes and how consistently they focus on what they want. Some things may manifest quickly while others take longer. The key is to remain patient and trust the process without constantly questioning it. Letting go of the need to control every detail allows things to unfold naturally. To speed up the process, it is also helpful to act as though the desired outcome has already been achieved. This does not mean making reckless decisions, but rather adopting the mindset and behavior of someone who already has what they want. For example, a person seeking financial abundance should feel and act as though they are already financially secure. A person desiring love should carry themselves with the confidence of someone who is already deeply loved. This shift in perspective strengthens the energy of attraction. Life does not have to be a struggle. Once this principle is understood and applied, everything becomes easier. Instead of reacting to circumstances, people can create their own reality. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose thoughts that lead toward success and happiness. By mastering this process, new way of living begins, one filled with unlimited possibilities, joy, and fulfillment. Chapter 2: The Secret Made Simple. Everything in life is governed by an invisible yet powerful law. This law determines what is attracted and experienced. It is always worky. Whether one is aware of it or not, the mind acts as a magnet, constantly pulling in experiences that match its dominant thoughts. Whether those thoughts are about success or failure, abundance or scarcity, joy or sadness, the law responds without question. It does Not make decisions about what is deserved or undeserved, it simply brings forth whatever is most strongly focused on the way to shape life according to desire is to understand that thoughts hold immense creative power. Every single thought sends out energy into the universe, which in turn responds by bringing matching experiences. This is why people who expect good things often find them appearing effortlessly, while those who dwell on difficulties seem to face never-ending struggles. The mind is like a broadcasting tower, constantly transmitting signals. Whatever ever is sent out will eventually return in physical form. Reality does not exist independently, it is shaped by perception and expectation. Many people go through life believing they are at the mercy of external events, not realizing they are the ones creating those events through their own mental focus. The thoughts held most often become the foundation of life's experiences. If a person constantly thinks about how difficult life is, they will continue to encounter situations that reinforce that belief. If they focus on possibilities, solutions, and opportunities, life will reflect that mindset. Instead, the universe does not distinguish between negative and positive thoughts, it only responds to the energy being put out. Someone who constantly worries about debt is unknowingly inviting more financial struggles because their mind is fixated on the problem. The law is not here. I don't want more debt. It only registers the strong focus on debt itself. On the other hand, if the focus shifts to abundance, gratitude for existing resources, and confidence in financial stability, then more wealth will be drawn. In the power of belief plays a crucial role in this process. Doubt weakens attraction while certainty strengthens it. When a person asks for something but secretly questions whether will ever come there, mixed energy creates delays and obstacles. The UN is like a mirror reflecting back what is truly believed, not just what is wished. For those who see themselves as already possessing what they desire will find reality aligning with their belief. One of the simplest ways to strengthen belief is to act as if the desired outcome has already happened. Instead of waiting for success to feel confident, confidence must be embraced first. Instead of waiting for love to feel happy, happiness must come first. The universe responds to how a person feels in the present moment, not to what they hope will happen in the future. By stepping into the emotions of the desired reality now, the process of attraction is accelerated. People often make the mistake of thinking they need external conditions to change before they can feel better. This is an illusion. Happiness, success, and abundance must be felt first, and then the outer world will shift accordingly. Many believe that once they get a better job, a loving relationship, or more money, they will finally be happy, but in reality, they must first generate the feeling of happiness and trust that the external conditions will follow. This shift in perspective is what allows the law to work in their favor. Feelings are a direct indicator of alignment. When a person feels good, they're on the right track. When they feel bad, they are resisting what they truly want. Paying attention to emotions is one of the most powerful ways to stay aligned with desires. If something does not feel good, it is a signal that thoughts need to be redirected towards something more positive. Instead of dwelling on fears or frustrations, focusing on gratitude, excitement, where hope immediately shifts energy in a better direction. Every thought that is given attention shapes the future. When a person wakes up and immediately complains about the day ahead, they're already setting the tone for negative experiences. If instead they wake up and deliberately decide that the day will be filled with good moments, their energy aligns with that expectation, and the universe responds accordingly. Life is always a reflection of the most dominant thoughts and emotions. Training the mind to focus on what is wanted instead of what is feared is the key to transforming reality. This does not mean ignoring challenges, but rather choosing to see solutions, solutions instead of problems. Many successful people have faced difficulties, but what sets them apart is their ability to maintain a vision of success regardless of temporary setbacks. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to give up, they see them as stepping stones leading to something better. One of the most effective techniques to reinforce positive thinking is visualization. By clearly imagining a desired outcome and feeling as if it has already happened. The subconscious mind is programmed to believe in that reality. Athletes, performers, and high achievers use this technique to prepare themselves for success. When a runner visualizes crossing the finish line first, their body and mind align with that expectation, increasing their chances of winning. The same principle applies to all areas of life. Seeing the goal clearly in the mind makes it far more likely to become reality. Another method to strengthen attraction is gratitude. Expressing appreciation for what already exists creates a cycle of abundance. When gratitude is felt for the money currently available, the relationships that bring joy, or the small successes along the way, even more reasons to be grateful will appear. Those who are constantly thankful seem to receive endless blessings because their mindset attracts more of what they appreciate. On the other hand, those who focus on what is missing continue to experience lack as their thoughts reinforce scarcity. The process of transforming life through thought is not complex, but it requires consistency. The mind has been conditioned over years to follow certain patterns, and shifting those patterns takes conscious effort. Every day presents a choice to focus on what is wanted or to dwell on what is unwanted. Small shifts in thinking eventually lead to major transformations. By making a daily habit of choosing positive thoughts, the old patterns of negativity fade away and a new reality begins to take shape. It is important to trust the process and not let impatience create resistance. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, manifestations take time to unfold. Doubting or constantly checking for results can slow down progress. Instead, faith must be held that everything is happening at the right time. Trust for removes obstacles and allows the natural flow of attraction to work smoothly. Life is a reflection of internal beliefs. If a person believes they are unlucky, they will continue to attract circumstances that reinforce that belief. If they shift their mindset to expect good fortune, they will notice an increase in positive experiences. The law is neutral. It does not decide what is fair or unfair. It simply delivers what is in alignment with what is being thought about most. By becoming aware of this principle, anyone can take control of their destiny. There is no limit to what can be achieved. Success, happiness, love, health, all of it is available to those who align their thoughts with their desires. The power to create the perfect life already exists within. The only question is whether it will be used consciously or left to work by default. Chapter 3: How to Use the Secret. The process of using the secret begins with understanding that life does not happen by chance. Everything that appears in a person's life is a direct result of their thoughts and feelings. The way to shape reality is to become intentional about thoughts rather than allowing them to drift without purpose. The key is to focus on what is wanted rather than what is not wanted. Most people tend to spend their time thinking about their fears, worries, and problems, but that only attracts more of the same. To use the secret effectively, a shift in focus is required. Instead of thinking about the absence of money, the focus should be on abundance. Instead of worrying about illness, attention should be given to well-being. Every thought carries a frequency, and the universe responds by bringing experiences that match that frequency. To deliberately create the desired life, a three-step process must be followed. The first step is to ask. Asking is not just about verbalizing a request, is about being clear about what is truly wanted. Clarity is essential because vague requests lead to vague results. The universe operates with precision, and if a person sends out mixed signals, they will receive mixed results. Asking should be done with confidence, free from doubt or hesitation. It is like placing an order at a restaurant. When ordering a meal, a person does not hesitate or worry about whether they will receive it. They confidently ask for WH at they want, knowing it will be prepared. The same principle applies to asking the universe. It should be done with clarity and certainty, and then left in the hands of the universe. The second step is to believe. Belief is the bridge between asking and receiving. It is not enough to simply ask, one must also have complete faith that it will be received. Doubt and disbelief act as barriers that block the manifestation process. If a person asks For something but does not truly believe it is possible, they send conflicting signals the universe does not respond to words alone, it responds to thoughts and feelings a person must believe with absolute certainty, as if what they have asked for is already on its way. If there is any doubt, it is necessary to eliminate it by reinforcing belief through visualization and positive affirmations, seeing the desired outcome in the mind and feeling the emotions associated with it help to strengthen belief. The third step is to receive. Receiving is about aligning with the frequency of what has been asked for. Many people unknowingly resist receiving by holding on to negative thoughts and emotions. To fully receive, one must feel as though they have already received their desire. Gratitude plays a crucial role in this step. By expressing gratitude in advance, a person aligns themselves with the energy of receiving. It is important to act, speak, and feel as if the request has already been fulfilled. This creates powerful magnetic force that draws the desired reality closer. If someone asks for financial abundance but continues to feel lack, they are not aligned with the frequency of wealth. Instead, they must cultivate the feeling of already having financial abundance, even if their current situation does not yet reflect it. Another essential element in using the secret is visualization. Visualization is the act of creating a mental picture of what is desired. It is a way of programming the mind to attract the desired outcome. When visualizing, it is important to not only see the image but also feel the emotions that come with it. The brain does not distinguish between a real event and an imagined one, so when a person visualizes something with strong emotion, it creates a powerful energetic vibration. This vibration then attracts the corresponding reality. For example, if someone desires a new home, they should close their eyes and imagine themselves walking through that home, touching the walls, feeling the textures, and experiencing the joy of living in it. The more vivid the visualization, the stronger the attraction. Words and thoughts have a direct impact on reality. Complaints and negative statements send out negative energy, which brings back more negativity. If someone constantly says, "I can't afford this," they reinforce a state of lack. Instead, they should say, "I can afford everything I want. Money comes to me easily and frequently." Replacing negative words with positive affirmations shifts the energy and aligns the person with abundance. It is also important to surround oneself with positivity. Watching negative news, engaging in gossip, or being around pessimistic people lowers vibrational energy. Instead, focusing on uplifting content, engaging in positive conversations, and surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals enhances the ability to attract good things. Feelings are the guiding system for understanding whether one is in alignment with their desires. Good feelings indicate that thoughts are in harmony with what is wanted, while bad feelings indicate misalignment. If a person feels excited, joyful, and enthusiastic, they're on the right path. If they feel anxious, fearful, or doubtful, they need to shift their focus. The easiest way to change a feeling is through gratitude. Thinking about things to be grateful for immediately raises vibrational energy. Even if life is not currently ideal, there's always something to appreciate. Gratitude for the smallest things creates a ripple effect that attracts bigger blessings. Action is another crucial aspect, however, is not about struggling or forcing things to happen. Inspired action, which comes naturally and effortlessly, is the key. When aligned with the secret, the right opportunities, people, and resources appear without strain. Acting out of fear or desperation creates resistance. Instead, taking action from a place of joy and confidence leads to success. When an idea or intuition arises, it should be followed without hesitation. The universe provides signs, and it is important to recognize and act on them. Time is not a limitation. Many people become discouraged when they do not see immediate results. They doubt the process and give up before their desires manifest. The universe operates with perfect timing, and patience is necessary. Just as a seed does not grow into a tree overnight, manifestations require time to unfold. Trusting the process and maintaining unwavering belief ensures that desires will come to fruition at the right moment. It is also important to avoid thinking about how things will happen. Trying to figure out every detail creates stress. And resistance, the universe handles the how while the person's responsibility is to focus on the what. And why obsessing over the process interferes with a natural flow of attraction when someone releases control and allows things to happen. They often manifest in ways that are unexpected yet perfect. Letting go of attachment to the outcome speeds up the manifestation process. Using the secret also involves acting as if the desire has already been fulfilled. This does not mean reckless behavior, but rather embodying the mindset of already having what is wanted. If someone wants to be wealthy, they should think, feel, and act as a wealthy person would. They should carry themselves with confidence, make decisions from a place of abundance, and trust that financial prosperity is already theirs. This alignment creates the energy needed to attract wealth effortlessly. Energy flows where attention goes. If attention is given to problems, problems grow. If attention is given to solutions and possibilities, those expand, redirecting focus toward the desired outcome rather than obstacles ensures that the right circumstances unfold. Many people unknowingly sabotage themselves by dwelling on worst-case scenarios, instead imagining the best possible outcome and expecting it to happen shifts reality in a positive direction. Everything is energy. And by aligning with positive energy, success becomes inevitable. The more a person practices these principles, the easier it becomes. Initially, it may take effort to reprogram habitual thought patterns, but with persistence, positive thinking becomes second nature. Over time, life transforms in ways that once seemed impossible. Everything desired is already available. It simply requires alignment to bring it into reality by consciously using thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Anyone can create the life they truly want. Chapter 4: Powerful Process. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces that can transform life. It works like magic, shifting focus from what is lacking to what is already present. When attention is placed on the good things, more of those good things appear. This is because thoughts act like signals, and whatever is consistently thought about is drawn into existence. A person who wakes up each day feeling grateful for the smallest things, like a warm bed or the morning sun, will find more reasons to be grateful throughout the day. The more gratitude is practiced, the more life changes in extraordinary ways. It is important to not just say words of gratitude, but to truly feel them. When gratitude is deeply felt, it vibrates at a frequency that attracts even more abundance. Writing down things to be grateful for every day can help strengthen this process. The more a person gives thanks, the more they will receive. Another process that has immense power is visualization. The mind does not differentiate between something imagined and something real. When a person pictures themselves living their dreams, their mind and body begin to align with that vision. Athletes, performers, and successful individuals use this technique to train their minds for success. They see themselves achieving their goals before they actually do. This is because the mind creates reality based on what it sees. If someone wants to achieve something, they must first see it happening in their mind. The clearer the image, the stronger the effect. Adding emotions to visualization makes it even more powerful. Feeling the joy of success as if it has already happened strengthens the connection between thought and reality. Those who wish to change their circumstances must practice visualization daily, immersing themselves in the sights, sounds, and emotions of the life they want to create. Words have a profound effect on reality. Every word spoken carries energy and sends signals into the world. Negative words bring negative experiences, while positive words bring positive ones. It is crucial to be mindful of every word spoken. If a person constantly speaks of lack, struggle, and problems, they will continue to experience those things. But when words are filled with confidence, joy, and expectation of good things, life begins to shift in that direction. Speaking as if what is desired is already true is one of the most effective ways to bring it into reality. Instead of saying, "I will be happy when I have more money," it is far more powerful to say, "I am grateful for the wealth that is coming into my life." The way words are used determines what is attracted. The practice of speaking positively in every situation can change everything. Another essential process is believing, having faith that desires will come true is the key to making them a reality. Doubt is the biggest barrier to attracting good things. When doubt creeps in, it creates resistance and blocks the flow of abundance. Believing means acting as if the desired outcome is already on its way. If someone wishes for something but constantly worries that it will not happen, they're sending mixed signals. The universe responds to certainty. Those who trust completely and let go of worry will see their desired desires manifest much faster. Faith does not require knowing how things will happen, only trusting that they will. The stronger the belief, the faster the results. Even when there is no visible sign of progress, holding on to faith ensures that what is wanted will come at the perfect time. Another process that holds great power is acting as if the desired outcome has already happened. This is not about pretending, but about truly living in the mindset of having already received what is wanted. If someone desires to be wealthy, they must think, speak, and act like a wealthy person. This does not mean spending money recklessly, but rather carrying the confidence, gratitude, and joy of someone who is financial abundance. If someone wants to be in a loving relationship, they must already feel the love and happiness within themselves. The way to attract something is to become aligned with it. Acting as if brings that reality closer because it shifts the mind and body into a state that naturally attracts the desired outcome. Letting go is another crucial step in the process of creating a better life. Holding on too tightly to a desire creates resistance. The energy of desperation pushes away what is wanted. Letting go does not mean giving up, but rather trusting that everything is working out perfectly. When someone releases worry and stress, they make space for what they want to flow into their life. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant. After ordering, there's no need to worry about whether the food will arrive. There is complete trust that it will come at the right time. In the same way, when a desire is placed into the universe with confidence, it must be trusted that it is on its way. Relaxing and enjoying life while waiting allows things to happen effortlessly. The power of feelings cannot be underestimated. Feelings are the energy that fuels thoughts. A person who feels joy, excitement, and gratitude attracts more of those experiences. On the other hand, someone who constantly feels fear, anger, or sadness will find those emotions reflected back in their reality. The best way to attract a wonderful life is to stay in a state of joy as much as possible. This does not mean ignoring problems, but rather choosing to focus on things that bring happiness. Watching funny movies, spending time with loved ones, and doing things that bring joy all raise energy levels and attract more positive experiences. Feeling good is the most important thing. When someone feels good, they send out a powerful signal that brings good things back to them. One of the most powerful tools for changing life is affirmations. These are positive statements that are repeated daily to shape thoughts and beliefs. The mind believes whatever it is told repeatedly. If someone constantly tells themselves, "I am successful, I am happy, I am healthy," these words will become reality. But if they constantly say, "I am unlucky, I am struggling, I'm not good enough," those words will also come true. Changing the words spoken to oneself is one of the fastest ways to change life. Affirmations must be repeated with conviction and belief. Saying them in front of mirror, writing them down, and feeling the truth of them deep inside strengthens their power. With consistent practice, affirmations reprogram the mind and bring desire. Changes. Being open to receiving is just as important as asking for what is wanted. Many people unknowingly block their blessings because they do not feel worthy of them. If someone desires wealth but feels deep down that they do not deserve it, they will struggle to attract it. It is essential to believe that every good thing is deserved. Being open to receiving means saying yes to opportunities, accepting gifts with gratitude, and allowing abundance to flow without guilt. The more a person believes they are worthy, the more they will receive. A common mistake is rejecting small blessings while waiting for something big. Every small thing should be accepted with joy because it is a sign that something greater is on its way. The universe gives based on what is accepted. Receiving with gratitude and joy opens the door to even more abundance. Trusting intuition is another process that leads to success. Intuition is the inner voice that guides towards The right path is the quiet feeling that nudges in a certain direction when someone follows their intuition. They make choices that bring them closer to their desires. Often people ignore their intuition because of fear or doubt, but the more it is trusted, the stronger it becomes. If something feels right, it should be followed without hesitation. If something feels wrong, is a sign to step away. Intuition is the direct connection to the best possible future. By listening to it and acting on it, life becomes easier and more fulfilling. The final process is persistent. Success does not always happen overnight. Just like planting a seed, it takes time for desires to grow into reality. Many people give up just before their dreams are about to come true. The key is to keep going no matter what. Staying positive, believing, and taking action every day ensures that what is wanted will eventually happen. Even when there are challenges, they should be seen as signs that something great is coming. Patience and persistence always lead to results the universe responds to those who do not give up. When a person keeps moving forward with faith and determination, they will always reach their destination. Chapter 5: The Secret to Money. Money is energy, and it responds to the thoughts and emotions attached to it. Those who see money as abundant will always have it flowing into their lives, while those who focus on the lack of money will continue to experience financial struggles. The way to attract money is not by worrying about it, stressing over bills, or feeling trapped by financial limitations. The only way to invite wealth is by shifting the entire mindset surrounding it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that money is difficult to obtain. Many grow up hearing statements like money doesn't grow on trees, you have to work hard to be rich, or only lucky people become wealthy. These beliefs take root in the subconscious mind, creating a reality where financial struggles become normal. But the truth is that money is not hard to attract. It only appears that way to those who have been conditioned to believe and struggle. A person's financial situation is nothing more than a reflection of their thoughts. If someone constantly worries about bills, debt, or lack of income, they are unknowingly reinforcing those very problems. The more someone complains about money, the more they push it away. Complaining is one of the fastest ways to block abundance because it places full attention on what is missing rather than on the wealth that is possible. Instead of focusing on not having enough, the key is to start thinking and speaking in ways that align with financial prosperity. The first step toward attracting money is changing the inner dialogue. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," a better statement is, "Money is coming to me in unexpected ways." Rather than thinking, "I'll never get out of debt," it's more powerful to affirm, "My wealth is growing and money flows easily to me." Words have energy, and they shape the financial experiences that unfold. Every time a person speaks about money, they're setting the foundation for what will happen next. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to shift into financial abundance. Instead of worrying about what is missing, appreciating what is already present allows more to come. Even if someone has very little, they can begin by being grateful for the smallest things: the money they do have, the food on their table, the roof over their head. The more gratitude is felt, the more reasons for gratitude will appear. Wealthy people understand this principle, and that is why they continue to attract more. They focus on abundance, not on limitations. Another essential aspect of attracting money is visualization. The mind is a powerful tool, and when it creates vivid images of financial success, it sets a clear direction for reality to follow. It is important to see, feel, and believe that wealth is already present even before it arrives. One of the most effective techniques is to imagine receiving money effortlessly. This can be done by picturing checks arriving in a mail, visualizing a bank account overflowing with wealth, or seeing oneself spending money freely without worry. The more real these images feel, the faster they manifest. Fear and doubt are the biggest obstacles to financial abundance. Many people desire wealth, but at the same time they hold subconscious fears about it. Some worry that money will change them, that others will judge them, or that they don't deserve to be rich. These fears create an invisible wall between them and financial success. The way to dissolve this barrier is by changing the relationship with money. Instead Of seeing it as something distant or unattainable, it must be viewed as a natural and effortless part of life. Wealth is not reserved for a select few, it is available to everyone who aligns their thoughts with it. Another powerful practice is acting as if wealth is already present. This does not mean spending recklessly or going into debt, it means carrying oneself with confidence, feeling abundant, and making choices from a mindset of prosperity rather than lack. When money is treated with respect and generosity, it flows more freely. Those who hoard money out of fear or constantly worry about losing it create resistance, but those who trust in the flow of abundance and believe that money is always coming will always have enough. Generosity is one of the greatest ways to invite financial blessings. When money is given freely, whether through charity, tipping, or helping others, it sends a powerful message to the universe. There is more than enough. This act of giving triggers the law of circulation, ensuring that wealth returns multiplied. People who are afraid to give often struggle with financial lack because their mindset is rooted in scarcity, but those who give with an open heart will always receive more in return. Another crucial lesson is to stop worrying about debt. Many people focus so much on paying off debt that they unknowingly keep themselves trapped in it. Constantly thinking about debt reinforces its presence instead of obsessing over it. The focus should shift to abundance. The key is to feel grateful for the services or items the debt made possible, and then redirect attention toward financial growth. When energy is placed on increasing wealth rather than erasing debt, solutions appear naturally. It is also important to remove negative associations with wealth. Some people believe that money is the root of evil or that rich people are greedy. These beliefs create subconscious resistance to wealth. The truth is that money itself is neutral. It is simply a tool that amplifies a person's true nature. If someone is kind and generous, having more money will allow them to do more good. If someone is dishonest, money will magnify those traits. The key is to understand that wealth is not something to fear or avoid, it is something to embrace as a natural part of life. Person's environment also plays a role in their financial success. Surrounding oneself with people who complain about money or believe in struggle can reinforce limiting beliefs. It is important to seek out stories of financial success, read about wealthy individuals who built their fortunes, and associate with people who have an abundant mindset. Exposure to positive examples rewires the subconscious and makes wealth feel normal and achievable. Emotions play a critical role in financial attraction. Feeling stressed, anxious, or desperate about money create a state of resistance. On the other hand, feeling joy, excitement, and confidence about financial success opens the door for more opportunities. This is why it is important to cultivate positive emotions even before wealth arrives. By feeling rich now, a person aligns with the energy of abundance, making it inevitable. One of the biggest misconceptions is that money only comes through hard work. While effort is important, wealth is not solely about physical labor, it is about alignment. Some people work long hours but remain stuck in financial struggle because their thoughts are focused on lack. Others work with ease and attract vast amounts of money because they expect and believe in abundance. The key is to combine inspired action with a mindset that welcomes wealth effortlessly. Trust is essential. Many people give up too soon because they do not see immediate results, but wealth is like a seed, it takes time to grow. Those who persist, maintain faith, and continue believing in abundance will eventually see their financial dreams unfold. The universe is always responding, and as long as thoughts remain aligned with prosperity, wealth will come in expected and unexpected ways. Money is not something to chase, it is something to attract. Those who desperately pursue wealth from a place of fear or neediness of often push it away, but those who relax, trust, and believe in financial abundance allow money to flow naturally into their lives. The universe is abundant, and there is more than enough for everyone. The only requirement is to shift thoughts, beliefs, and emotions to match the frequency of wealth. By embracing gratitude, visualization, generosity, and positive beliefs, financial success becomes inevitable. The power to attract money has always been within, and once the mind is aligned with abundance, life transforms in extraordinary ways. Wealth is not a matter of luck or chance, it is a result of the thoughts and energy that are consciously cultivated every day. Chapter 6: The Secret to Relationships. Every relationship in life is a reflection of thoughts and emotions, the way people think about others, the way they feel about themselves, and the energy they send out into the world determine the quality of relationships they attract. The foundation of all relationships begins with self-love. Without truly loving oneself, it is impossible to create strong and healthy relationships with others. Many people seek a love and validation from others without realizing that their own thoughts about themselves are shaping what they experience. Those who constantly feel unworthy or believe they're not good enough will continue to attract relationships that reinforce those feelings. The secret to changing relationships starts with changing self-perception. To improve relationships, the focus should be on what is wanted rather than what is lacking. Many people make the mistake of paying attention to what they dislike in others. When someone continuously notices the faults of their partner, friend, or family member, they unknowingly invite more of those negative qualities into their lives. Instead of thinking about what is wrong in a relationship, shifting attention to what is good will bring out more of those positive aspects. The more gratitude is expressed for the good qualities in others, the more those qualities will shine. Words and thoughts hold power. Speaking negatively about a person only strengthens that negativity. In reality, those who complain about their partners or constantly express frustration about a relationship will continue to experience more frustration. The law of attraction responds to energy, and by speaking positively about someone, even if the desired change has not yet occurred, the shift will begin. By focusing on the best qualities of a person, those qualities will naturally grow stronger. This practice transforms relationships in ways that seem almost magical, but it is simply the result of attention being placed in the right direction. Many people try to change others through force, but true transformation comes from within. No one can change another person by demanding it. Instead, change happens when the energy around the relationship shifts. Rather than trying to fix someone, focusing on inner happiness and radiating love will naturally influence the relationship. People reflect the energy they receive. When love, appreciation, and kindness are given, the same will be returned. If frustration, anger, or disappointment are given, more of that will come back. This understanding is the key to transforming any relationship. Whether it is with a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, or even a colleague, self-love is not selfish. It is necessary. Many people believe that they must sacrifice their own happiness for the sake of others. But this is not true. A person who does not love themselves cannot fully give love to someone else. Happiness must come from within, not from external validation. Those who rely on others to make them feel complete will always feel a sense of emptiness. True fulfillment comes when a person learns to appreciate and love themselves first. Once this happens, relationships naturally become stronger. Because love is no longer sought as a means of feeling whole. Instead, love is shared from a place of abundance. Attracting love begins with becoming the love that is desired. Those who want kindness in a relationship must first be kind. Those who want respect must respect themselves and others. Everything that is desired in a relationship must be embodied first. The energy that is put out into the world will always return in the form of experiences. If love is truly felt within, love will appear in all relationships. This applies not only to romantic relationships but to every human connection. The secret to meaningful and fulfilling relationships lies in the energy that is given and the thoughts that are consistently held. One of the most powerful ways to transform a relationship is through gratitude. Many relationships suffer because people focus too much on what is missing or what is wrong. When someone constantly notices the problems in their partner, friend, or family member, those problems only grow bigger. But when gratitude is practiced and appreciation is genuine, felt relationships begin to improve. Expressing gratitude for even the smallest positive aspects of a person or a relationship has the power to create incredible changes. A simple thank you, a kind word, or an acknowledgement of something good can shift the energy. Completely negative past experiences do not have to define future relationships. Many people carry pain from past relationships into new ones, expecting the same disappointments to repeat, but holding on to past hurt only attracts more the same. Letting go of past pain and choosing to focus on the present moment allows new and better relationships to form. Each relationship is a fresh opportunity to create something wonderful. Dwelling on past mistakes or betrayals only brings more negativity into current experiences. Forgiveness, both for oneself and for others, releases the negative energy and makes space for love to enter. The way relationships are viewed determines the experiences that follow. Some people believe that relationships are difficult, that love is hard to find, or that trust is always broken. These beliefs shape reality. When someone expects relationships to be full of struggle, they will experience struggle. But when the belief shifts to the idea that love is abundant, that great relationships are easy, and that people are kind and loving, reality begins to reflect those beliefs. Shifting expectations about relationships changes the way they unfold. Visualizing the ideal relationship is a powerful tool. Many people spend time worrying about what might go wrong in a relationship instead of imagining what could go right. By creating a clear vision of a loving, supportive, and joyful relationship in the mind, the energy begins to shift toward making that vision a reality. Every great achievement begins with imagination, and the same applies to relationships. When love, kindness, and happiness are visualized, they begin to manifest in real life. Happiness in relationships is not about finding the perfect person, it is about becoming the right person. Seeking perfection in others leads to disappointment because no one is without flaws. But when personal growth is prioritized and inner joy is cultivated, relationships naturally improve. When love is given freely without expectation, it returns in ways that exceed anything that could have been imagined. The secret to beautiful relationships is understanding that everything begins from within, and by changing thoughts, feelings, and energy, relationships transform effortlessly. Chapter 7: The Secret to Health. The body is a magnificent creation designed to be healthy, vibrant, and strong. Is not meant to suffer from disease, pain, or weakness. Every person is born with a body that knows how to heal itself, repair damage, and maintain perfect balance. Yet over time, people fill their minds with thoughts of sickness, aging, and decline, unknowingly inviting these conditions into their lives. The key to lasting health lies in understanding the immense power of the mind. The body does not operate separately from thoughts, it listens and responds to them. People often believe that sickness is something external, something that happens to them without their control. They assume that illness is caused by genetics, environment, or random chance, but in reality, the body is deeply influenced by what the mind focuses on. Those who constantly worry about their health, who fear disease, and who expect to get sick are unknowingly creating those exact conditions. Their bodies respond to their fears and begin manifesting illness. On the other hand, those who focus on well-being, who believe in their strength, and who expect to be healthy maintain their vitality effortlessly. The way a person thinks about their health is the foundation of their physical condition. When someone constantly talks about being tired, feeling weak, or experiencing pain, they reinforce those experiences in their reality. The more they focus on their discomfort, the more their body magnifies it. This is why some people seem to suffer from one illness after another while others remain healthy despite being in the same environment. Their dominant thoughts shape their physical state. If a person truly wants to experience good health, they must stop focusing on sickness and start directing all their energy toward health. Throughout history, there have been countless cases of people recovering from so-called incurable diseases. Doctors had given up hope, medical treatments had failed, and yet these individuals somehow healed completely. What was the common factor in their recovery? They refused to believe in their illness. Instead of focusing on their disease, they focused on life, joy, and health. They envisioned themselves as strong and vibrant. They removed fear from their minds and replaced it with absolute faith in their body's ability to heal. The moment they shifted their thoughts, their bodies followed. Scientific studies have demonstrated the extraordinary power of the mind in healing. One of the most famous examples is the placebo effect, when people take a simple sugar pill believing it to be powerful medicine, their bodies begin to heal. The pill itself has no medicinal properties, yet their belief in it triggers the body's natural healing processes. If a mere belief in a harmless pill can cure illness, then imagine the effect of truly believing in one's own strength and well-being. The body follows the mind's instructions. It will create whatever the mind believes to be true. Fear is one of the biggest causes of illness. When a person fears getting sick, they're unknowingly inviting sickness into their life. The media constantly bombards people with news about new diseases, flu outbreaks, and health risks. When people absorb this information and begin worrying about it, their bodies react to that fear. They become more susceptible to illness because they have mentally prepared themselves to receive it. The best way to protect oneself is to refuse to give attention to fear. Instead of thinking about disease, one must think about health. Instead of worrying about getting sick, one should focus on staying well. The body always listens to the mind. Laughter and joy are powerful tools for maintaining health. Studies have shown that people who laugh often and experience joy have stronger immune systems. Their bodies produce healing chemicals that fight disease and keep them energized. There have even cases where individuals have healed themselves from severe illnesses simply by surrounding themselves with humor. They watched funny movies, spent time with loved ones, and fill their days with happiness. As they focused on joy, their bodies responded by restoring health. Those who live in a constant state of stress, anger, or sadness weaken their bodies. Negative emotions lower the body's ability to heal and fight off disease. This is why people who experience prolonged stress often develop serious health problems. The body cannot thrive under the weight of negative energy, but the moment stress is replaced with peace and sadness is replaced with happiness, the body begins to repair itself. One of the most overlooked aspects of health is the way people talk about their bodies. Many people constantly complain about their ailments, their aging, and their pain. They tell everyone about their symptoms, reinforcing their condition in their minds. What they do not realize is that words have power. When someone repeatedly talks about sickness, they give it strength. The body listens to what is being said. If a person says, "I feel so tired all the time," the body responds by making them feel more tired. If they say, "I am getting sick," their body follows that command. But if they say, "I feel strong and full of energy," even if they do not feel it at the moment, their body will begin aligning with that statement. The key is to speak only about wellness, never about illness. Food plays a role in health, but it is not the ultimate factor. Some people eat the healthy some foods yet still get sick because they constantly worry about what they eat. They fear weight gain, poor digestion, or health problems related to their diet. That fear overrides the benefits of their food. Meanwhile, others eat what they love without guilt and remain perfectly healthy. It is not just the food itself that affects the body, it is the thoughts and emotions that accompany eating. If a person enjoys their food and believes it nourishes them, their body will process it with ease. If they eat with guilt and fear, those negative emotions will create imbalances in their body. The most important thing is to eat with joy, gratitude, and confidence in the body's ability to handle what is given to it. Aging is not a force that weakens the body, is a belief that has been deeply ingrained in people's minds. Society teaches that aging means decline, that energy decreases with time, and that sickness is inevitable in old age. Because so many people believe this, their bodies conform to that expectation. But there are those who defy these beliefs, remaining strong and active well into their later years. They do not see age as a limitation. They do not expect their bodies to weaken because they do not hold those limiting beliefs. Their bodies do not deteriorate as expected. The body is only as young or as old as the mind believes it to be. The key to lasting health is to live as if sickness does not exist. Those who focus on strength, vitality, and energy naturally maintain good health. They do not allow fear of disease to control them. They do not speak about illness, nor do they accept it as an inevitable part of life. Instead, they affirm their well-being, trust in their body's ability to heal, and fill their minds with images of perfect health. The body is a reflection of the mind. When the mind believes in health, the body has no choice but to create it true. Wellness begins with a single thought, a thought of absolute, unwavering belief in the body's natural power to remain strong, vibrant, and full of love. Life. Chapter 8: The Secret to the World. The world that people see around them is not just a collection of random events, it is a mirror reflecting the collective thoughts, beliefs, and emotions of humanity. Every crisis, every breakthrough, every moment of beauty or destruction is influenced by the thoughts that people hold and the energy they send out. Most people believe that they are powerless against global issues, that wars, poverty, and disasters happen independently of them, but in truth, the world responds to the energy of its people. The more negativity is fed into the world, the more it grows. The more hope and kindness are cultivated, the more those qualities shape reality. The way people perceive the world determines how it unfolds. Those who see a world full of suffering will encounter more suffering. Those who see a world of endless possibilities will experience just that. If people constantly consume negative news, discuss problems with frustration, and feel overwhelmed by global events, they contribute to the very issues they wish to eliminate. The energy they send out strengthens those problems, but if they shift their focus and imagine a world filled with peace, abundance, and unity, they begin to move reality in that direction. It is not about ignoring difficulties, it is about choosing what to amplify. One of the greatest misunderstandings is the belief that fighting against problems will make them disappear. Throughout history, people have waged wars on poverty, on drugs, on diseases, and on injustice, but these things have only grown stronger. The reason is simple: whatever people fight against, they give energy to. When they resist something with anger and fear, they're still focusing on it, which only makes it more powerful. This is why endless struggles and conflicts continue. They are fueled by the very emotions people direct toward them. The way to create real change is not through resistance, but through transformation. Instead of fighting against what is unwanted, the focus must be on what is desired. If people want an end to violence, they must focus on peace. If they want to eliminate hunger, they must cultivate thoughts of abundance. If they wish to see kindness in the world, they must embody kindness in their own lives. The outer world is simply a reflection of the inner world. Those who live in fear will encounter a fearful world. Those who live in gratitude will experience a world that gives them more to be grateful for. It is a simple truth, but one that has been overlooked for far too long. Imagine waking up each day and, instead of feeling burdened by the world's problems, feeling gratitude for all the good that exists. What the first thoughts in the morning were about the beauty of life, the kindness of people, and the endless possibilities ahead. This shift in perspective changes not just personal experiences, but also the energy sent into the world. Every person contributes to the collective energy of humanity. If millions wake up in fear and stress, the world reflects that, but if millions wake up in gratitude and joy, the world responds accordingly. The law governing individual lives also governs the entire planet. Everything begins with thought. The great visionaries of the world did not bring change by dwelling on problems. They saw beyond what existed and imagined something greater. They believed in possibilities when others only saw limitations. Their unshakable faith in a better future shaped reality itself. This is the same principle at work in everyday life. If people continuously expect crisis and hardship, they will see more of it, but if they expect progress, peace, and prosperity, those things will begin to unfold. The universe does not differentiate between small and large, it only responds to energy. Just as one person can transform their life through their thoughts, humanity as a whole can shift the course of history by changing the dominant collective mindset. One of the most powerful forces for change is gratitude. Instead of constantly discussing what is wrong with the world, recognizing what is right can shift the entire energy field. There's already so much to be grateful for: technological advancements, human compassion, acts of kindness, and the resilience of people. When gratitude is expressed, it multiplies. Those who live in gratitude attract more to be thankful for. The same applies on a global scale. If humanity as a whole begins to appreciate the progress, the beauty, and the endless potential of life, the world will transform in ways previously unimaginable. Another key element in shaping reality is the power of words. Every conversation, every discussion, every statement spoken into the world carries energy. The way people speak about the world determines what they experience. If they constantly complain, focus on struggles, and reinforce negative stories, they solidify those conditions. But if they speak about hope, about progress, about solutions, they shift the energy toward a better future. Media plays a crucial role in shaping the world's perception. If news outlets focused as much on stories of kindness, innovation, and success as they do on tragedy and conflict, the collective consciousness would shift. Words create reality. The conversations people have in their daily lives shape the energy they contribute to the world. The secret to changing the world is to first change oneself. If peace is the goal, then inner peace must be cultivated. If kindness is needed, then individuals must practice kindness in their own interactions. The world is a mirror, and what is given out is reflected back. No one can expect unity in society while holding anger and division in their hearts. No one can expect abundance while believing in lack. The transformation of the world begins at the personal level. Each person holds more power than they realize. Every thought, every action, every word sends ripples into the universe, shaping the reality of the future. Many believe that the world's problems are too big, that only governments, leaders, and large organizations have the power to create change, but real change has never come from the top. It has always started with individuals who dare to think differently. Every great movement, every shift in history began with a new thought. The power does not lie in waiting for someone else to fix things, it lies in the choices made every single day. Will people focus on problems, or will they envision solutions? Will they live in fear, or will they embrace hope? The future is not set in stone, it is being created in every moment by the thoughts and actions of those who inhabit the planet. The greatest force for transformation is love. It is the highest frequency and the most powerful energy in existence. Fear weakens, but love strengthens. When people choose love over hate, understanding over judgment, and compassion over division, they change the world in ways beyond comprehension. A single act of kindness, a single moment of genuine love can create ripples that extend far beyond what can be seen. The smallest actions, when driven by love, hold immeasurable power. Every individual has the ability to contribute to a world of abundance, joy, and peace. The question is not what others will do, it is what each person will choose to do. Will they continue to believe in limitation, or will they step into the truth of their own power? The world does not change on its own, it changes when enough people decide to see beyond the present reality and embrace the possibility of something greater. The universe is limitless, and so is the potential of humanity. Those who understand this truth have the power to lead the way, shaping a world where peace, prosperity, and happiness are not distant dreams but present realities. Chapter 9: The secret to you. Everything that exists in life, everything that has happened and will happen, is shaped by the thoughts and energy one puts into the world. The mind is a powerful creator, molding reality based on the dominant ideas it holds. The way one thinks is like a magnet, attracting experiences that match its frequency. This is not a matter of coincidence or luck, it is an unchanging law that governs life. If thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and worry, then more of those emotions will come back. If thoughts are filled with confidence, abundance, and joy, then those qualities will appear in life. The key is to understand that every moment is an opportunity to choose the direction of one's thoughts. No past event, no previous mistake, no inherited belief has the power to control the future unless it is allowed to do so. The future is not determined by fate but by the energy that is put out at this very moment. Each person holds the power to rewrite their story by shifting their focus toward what they truly desire. Understanding this principle is the first step, but applying it consistently is where transformation begins. It is easy to let external circumstances dictate emotions. If things are going well, there's happiness. If things are difficult, there is frustration, but this is living in reaction to the world, rather than creating a life on purpose. The secret is to become the source of emotions rather than waiting for circumstances to determine them. Instead of waiting for success to feel successful, one must feel successful first. Instead of waiting for love to feel loved, one must embrace self-love first. The external world is merely a reflection of the internal world. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for shaping reality. It is the bridge between the present and the future, turning what is already good into something even greater. Feeling grateful for what already exists brings more things to be grateful for. This practice is not about simply saying thank you, but about deeply feeling appreciation for even the smallest things. When gratitude becomes a daily habit, it creates an unstoppable force of positivity. The mind shifts away from lack and toward abundance, opening the doors for more of what is desired. Visualization is another powerful practice that activates the creative forces of the universe. Seeing a dream in the mind with clarity and detail makes it real before it even happens. The brain does not differentiate between what is imagined and what is real. When an idea is repeated with emotion and belief, the body and mind begin to align with that reality. Athletes, performers, and successful individuals across different fields use this technique, proving that the mind is the starting point of every great achievement. The clearer the mental picture, the faster becomes reality. Belief is the foundation of every creation. Wishing for something is not enough. Hoping that something happens is not enough. True belief is absolute certainty that something is already on its way. This level of belief removes all doubt and fear, replacing them with excitement and trust. The universe does not respond to weak desires or half-hearted beliefs. It responds to certainty. When a person believes in their vision without hesitation, circumstances begin to shift, people appear, and opportunities unfold in ways that cannot always be explained. Doubt and fear block the process of creation. When a person desires something but constantly questions whether it will happen, they're sending mixed signals to the universe. It is like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to check if it is growing. Nothing flourishes under constant doubt. The key is to trust the process and let go of worry. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means holding on to the vision without stressing about how or when it will arrive. Words carry energy, and what is spoken becomes reality. Every word spoken about life, health, relationships, and success shapes the future. If words are filled with complaints, negativity, and limitations, then those very things will grow. If words are filled with hope, possibility, and joy, then life will begin to reflect those qualities. Speaking in a way that aligns with the life one wants is essential. Instead of saying I can't afford this, say I am attracting wealth. Instead of saying I am always tired, say I am full of energy. The shift in language changes the energy surrounding life, influencing what happens next. It is important to surround oneself with positivity. The energy of people, places, and even media content affects thinking. Being around those who constantly focus on problems makes it easy to fall into the same patterns. Choosing to spend time with people who uplift, inspire, and support dreams strengthens the belief a positive reality. If negative influences cannot be avoided completely, then internal focus must be made even stronger. The mind must be guarded like a treasure, allowing only that which supports and empowers. To enter the present moment is where all power exists. Many people live either in regret of the past or in worry about the future, missing the only moment that can be controlled, the now. The past has no power unless it is relived in the mind. The future is created not by worrying about it but by shaping thoughts today. Fully embracing the present and choosing to feel good in this moment sets the foundation for a fulfilling future. Love is the highest frequency that exists. Love for oneself, love for others, love for life itself. All these create the most powerful energy for attraction. When a person radiates love, everything around them Changes relationships improve, opportunities arise, and happiness becomes effortless. Love dissolves fear, anger, and doubt, leaving only a sense of peace and fulfillment. The more love is given, the more it returns. In unexpected and beautiful ways, the journey of using these principles is not about struggle or force, it is about alignment. Struggling to make something happen only pushes it further away. Alignment means flowing with the energy of the universe, trusting that what is desired is already on its way, is about acting as though it is already real, not from a place of pretending, but from a place of deep knowing. When this alignment is achieved, everything begins to unfold naturally without effort or resistance. The mind is limitless. There is no restriction on how much one can achieve, experience, or receive. The only limits are those that are believed to be real. If those limits are released, if thoughts are expanded to embrace infinite possibilities, life will expand in the same way. Every person has the ability to live their greatest dreams, not just as a possibility, but as a certainty. The key is to think, feel, and act as if it is already true. Every person has the power to reshape their life. No one is stuck, no one is bound by past mistakes, circumstances, or limitations placed upon them by society. Change begins the moment decision is made to shift thoughts toward what is truly wanted. The power has always been there, waiting to be recognized and used. There is nothing outside of oneself that controls destiny. The secret has been within all along, and the moment it is embraced, life transforms in ways that once seemed impossible. Chapter 10: The Secret to Life. Life is meant to be joyful. Every person is here on this earth to experience happiness, abundance, and fulfillment. The world is filled with endless possibilities, and every individual holds the power to shape their own reality. The key to this power lies within the mind. The thoughts that one consistently holds determine the experiences they attract. Every human being is a creator. From a moment they wake up to the moment they sleep, they are sending out energy through their thoughts and emotions. This energy interacts with the universe, bringing experience ease that match what they focus on. The way to create a life filled with happiness is to consciously direct thoughts toward what is desired rather than what is feared. When a person focuses on joy, love, and abundance, more of these elements flow into their life. If one allows worry and doubt to take over, the same negativity expands. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces available. When someone expresses gratitude, they send out a signal of appreciation, which in turn attracts more things to be grateful for. It is impossible to feel both gratitude and negativity at the same time. A person who begins their day by feeling thankful for everything in their life, whether big or small, sets the tone for positivity. The more gratitude is practiced, the more natural it becomes, and soon life begins to transform in remarkable ways. People who maintain an attitude of gratitude find that opportunities come effortlessly. Their relationships improve, their health strengthens, and they begin to experience financial abundance. It is not luck, it is a law that works consistently for those who use it. Joy is the ultimate purpose of life. Many spend their days chasing after external achievements, thinking that success, money, or recognition will bring them happiness. However, happiness is not something to be chased, it is something to be chosen in the present moment. Every person has the ability to feel joy now, regardless of their circumstances. When someone places their happiness on hold, waiting for a future event to bring fulfillment, they delay what is already within their reach. True joy comes from within, and once a person learns to cultivate it daily, everything else begins to align effortlessly. Love is the highest frequency a person can emit. The more love one feels, the greater their power to shape their life in extraordinary ways. Love is not only meant for relationships with others, it should be directed toward oneself as well. Many people spend their lives criticizing themselves, finding faults, and feeling unworthy. However, this self-criticism only attracts more reasons to feel inadequate. When a person starts loving and accepting themselves fully, their outer world begins to reflect that inner transformation. They attract better relationships, more opportunities, and a greater sense of fulfillment. Loving oneself means speaking kindly, embracing strengths, and knowing that imperfections do not diminish worth. Everything In life responds to energy just as a radio must be tuned to the right frequency to pick up a certain station. A person must align their energy with the life they wish to create. If one desires wealth but constantly feels poor, their energy is mismatched. If they want love but feel lonely and unworthy, they cannot attract the deep connections they long for. The secret is to act, think, and feel as if the desired reality is already happening. When someone genuinely believes in their dreams and feels the emotions of already living them, the universe begins to move circumstances to match that belief. It is not about pretending or being unrealistic. It is about setting an internal foundation that allows external reality to shift accordingly. Doubt and fear are the biggest obstacles to a fulfilling life. Whenever a person doubts that good things can happen, they send out conflicting energy. The universe is always responding, and mixed signals create mixed results. Many people wish for success while simultaneously fearing failure. This tug of war keeps them stuck in the same place. The way to overcome this is to replace doubt with faith. Faith is not just belief, it is certainty. It is knowing deep within that everything is always working out, even when things seem difficult. Holding on to faith ensures that circumstances will turn around. The universe never makes mistakes. When a person closes their eyes and imagines their dream life in vivid detail, they're sending a powerful message. The brain cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. So, by visualizing, a person is essentially training their mind and body to accept this new reality. The key is to add emotion. Is not just about seeing an outcome but feeling it deeply. If someone wants success, they must imagine what it would feel like to already have it, how their confidence would grow, how their daily life would change, how excited and grateful they would be. The more real it feels, the faster it manifests. Taking inspired action is an essential part of creating a fulfilling life. While thoughts and feelings are powerful, they must be followed by action. This does not mean struggling or forcing things to happen. Inspired action feels natural and exciting when a person is in alignment with their desires. They will notice small nudges, ideas that suddenly come to mind, opportunities that appear, people who offer guidance. These are signs from the universe guiding them toward their dreams. The only requirement is to trust and follow these signs without hesitation. Every person has a purpose. No one is here by accident. The desires that arise within a person's heart are not random, they are meant to be pursued. Too often people suppress their dreams because of fear or doubt. They think they're not good enough or that success is only for a select few, but the truth is each person has unique gifts and abilities. The key to living a truly fulfilling life is to follow what excites the soul. Passion is a guiding force, and when a person follows it, they unlock doors they never imagined possible. The universe supports those who move toward their true calling. Forgiveness is one of the most freeing acts a person can practice. Holding on to resentment or past pain only harms the one who carries it. Many people struggle to move forward because they're weighed down by old wounds they replay. Painful events, keeping themselves trapped in negativity. The only way to release this burden is through forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean condoning bad behavior, it means choosing peace over pain. When a person lets go of resentment, they create space for new and positive experiences. This shift in energy allows them to attract more love and happiness into their life. The present moment is all that truly exists. Many spend their lives dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, never fully experiencing the now. The secret to a joyful life is learning to be fully present. When a person appreciates the present moment, they unlock a level of happiness that does not depend on circumstances. The mind often rushes ahead thinking about what is next, but true peace is found in being here now. The more a person practices mindfulness, whether through deep breathing meditation or simply paying attention to their surroundings, the more they will experience joy in its purest form. Life is always responding to what a person puts out. If one expects struggle will come. If they expect miracles will unfold. It is not about ignoring challenges but shifting focus to solutions and possibilities. Even in difficult moments, there's Always something good to be found. Those who train their minds to seek the good will always find it. The more one trusts in life's ability to bring positive outcomes, the more effortless life becomes. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Many believe that once they reach a certain goal, they will finally be happy, but happiness does not come from achieving something, it comes from deciding to be happy now. Success, wealth, and love follow those who are already in a state of joy. When a person learns to find happiness in simple moments, they create a life where happiness is not dependent on external circumstances. The universe always rewards those who live in a state of joy. Everything needed to create an extraordinary life already exists within. There is no external force controlling fate. Every person holds the power to shape their own reality by aligning thoughts, emotions, and actions with love, gratitude, and joy. Life transforms effortlessly. The journey to a beautiful life. Life begins with a single thought, and the more that thought is nurtured, the more it becomes reality. The secret to life is simple: choose happiness, believe in possibilities, and trust that everything is always working in the right direction.